Hey, what's going on, brothers and sisters? Coming right back at you again today with another high-powered clip packing nothing but the truth. But if you want to understand what's getting ready to be dropped right now, you're going to have to listen to this clip to the very end. And then, and only then, if you ponder on what I'm about to say, you're going to understand how much power you have. Because you've been deceived by the powers that be, talking about your pastors, your Christian leaders, your Muslim imams, and all other leaders of all of these other religions. They've been deceiving you for the longest. Now, when I say that you're in the power, you're in total power and total control in the United States of America. Talking about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It may sound strange that I'm saying that because you've been tricked into believing that you sit at the bottom. But now let me expose you to the power that you have. Number one, the people that sit at the bottom actually sit at the top, but you don't see that. And the reason why you don't see that is because no one ever told you what I'm about to drop right now. And the truth is that, walk with me through this. If every black, Hispanic, and Native American that's in this country Monday morning woke up and said, guess what? We're sick of being persecuted for absolutely nothing. We're sick of getting murdered up and down in the streets of America. We're sick of being threatened for not doing anything. And you said, you know what? We're no longer going to go to work for America anymore. We're going to figure out another way to provide for ourselves and provide for our families. They would be sick. This is the reason why I'm saying this. Because if you don't pick up the trash that's sitting on the curb this upcoming Monday morning, and you decide not to pick it up anymore, then who's going to pick up the trash? The people that's telling you that you on the bottom, they think that they too high. They sit too high in this country to go and collect trash. If you decided that you're not going to go to their hotels and make up the beds and cook the food that's served in the hotels and in the restaurants, that you're not going to no longer go to the restaurants and work in their kitchens and wait their tables and bust their tables, and who's going to serve in the restaurants? If you just separate from America, America would fall. Because all of the jobs that require America to keep moving forward, you do those jobs. You do what they call the menial jobs that no one else would like to do. And I know that what's crossing your mind right now is this. You're saying, well, if I don't go to work this week, what's going to happen? I'm not going to be able to pay my bills. I'm going to lose my car. They're going to kick me out. No, wrong answer. That's not what's going to happen. Because if everyone collectively came back together and said, I'm not paying my car note because I'm not working for you anymore. Let me tell you a secret. They don't have enough people to come and repossess all of the cars that they've sold us. They don't have anywhere to put all of the cars if they did repossess every car that they've sold us. You got to think, man, really, you're in the power. And if they cut off everyone's electricity, then the utility companies would go out of business. I'm talking about overnight if you stop paying your electric bill. If you stop paying your cell phone bill, everyone collectively, all together, AT&T, Verizon, whatever network that your cell phone is on, they're out of business without you. America needs you, and because of the leadership that you're following, they're not telling you this because they're being paid to not tell you this. They're being paid to not tell you the truth, that you are 110% in the power, but all you have to do is unify. And all I'm saying, if you ponder on what I'm saying, it's going to become crystal clear that you pick the trash up. You make the beds in the hotels. You cook in all the restaurants all over this country. You wait the tables all over this country. And I could go on and on and on. The Hispanics that they kicked out of the country. Who do you think is building the sidewalks in this country? Who do you think that's out there paving the roads in this country? You might see one or two white people on those job sites, but they're not doing the work. They're issuing out the instructions to the workers. And the workers are you. You're the ones that's being deceived. You're the ones that's being told that if you don't do X, Y, and Z, A, B, and C is going to happen to you. When the truth is, if you don't do X, Y, and Z, the country falls overnight. That's the truth. Think about it. If you were to turn your back and say you're no longer going to be mistreated, we're not taking this anymore, this whole infrastructure, as we know it in America, will fall. Because of the jobs, the few little jobs that I just mentioned, this country cannot function without those particular jobs actually being filled by who? The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So we have to do what God said. And in Revelations 18:4, God says, "Come ye out of her, my people." So what is God saying? He's saying, separate, come out of the nation that's oppressing you, that's beating you down, that's killing you, that's hurting you. As soon as you separate, enough of us come together and say, look, we're not going to march anymore. We're not going to beg for reparations. Hell, you don't need reparations. You already in the power. All you need to do is just separate and communicate with one another and do it collectively, and the country will beg you. They will literally beg you to come back to work, because they know that this country does not survive. It does not thrive without your input. And I'm not talking about your political input. I'm not talking about telling them how this works and how that works. What I'm talking about is your physical labor. Without your physical labor in the United States of America, the United States of America does not exist. Look at how many crops are just dying and being thrown away and being burned because they made a horrible mistake by kicking the Mexicans out of the country. And when they made that mistake, now there's no one in the fields. The food prices are going sky high. So they've already realized that they made one mistake. And now, if they don't bring them back, they're expecting you to go in those fields. Brothers, sisters, Native American brothers and sisters, they're expecting you to go into those fields when you don't have to do that. All you have to do is stand up and say, guess what? We're not going to be mistreated anymore. And if you're mistreating us, then guess what? We don't need the jobs. We don't want the jobs. Think about it. Ponder on what I just told you. And if you want more information, all you have to do is reach out on this video and I'll expound more and let you know exactly what I'm talking about, exactly what we need to do, and you'll see that we're actually in the power, not the so-called powers that be. You are, and that's according to God. With that, I'm out. Shalom.